Okay, guys, so this is the practice that I'm going to have you do. If you notice, the is just like find the question mark. So you want to ask yourself, like, for example, number 1, what type of angles are they? So like we have R, we have T is 135. So those are opposite angles. Opposite angles would be congruent. So R would just be 135. Same thing for like, say, one like number 2. You want to ask yourself, what kind of angles are these? So notice that 70 and the question mark, those are not opposite angles, but they're consecutive angles. Consecutive angles add to 180. So the question mark would just be 110. Moving on to the other ones, something like number 7. This deals with the diagonals. So they gave us that RT, this part here, is 19.8, and they're asking us to find RP, which is the whole thing. So something like this is a little trickier. RT is 19.8. These diagonals cut each other in half, so that means that those are equal. So TP is also 19.8. So to get RP, you'd have to add 19.8 and 19.8. Okay, there's that one. Let's go on to the other side. Oops. Okay, so you can skip 8 and 10, but if you go on to the other side, oops, wrong way. So if you go on to this side, this one, you have to set up some equations. So it's the same idea. You want to ask yourself, I know about the pieces. So like, again, number 11, let's do number 11. So number 11, you want to ask yourself, again, like, what kind of angles are they? So these are consecutive angles, which means they add to 180. So if these add to 180, you just write an equation. So 80 plus 11x minus 10 equals 180. Another way you could have done it, some of you may be thinking, like, if z is 80, then that means y is going to be 100. So you could just set 11x minus 10 to 100 if you wanted to. That would also work. Okay. So you would take this and then solve for x, for something like that. All right, what else do we have? Same idea for 12. 12 is opposite sides. So you want to ask yourself, like, what do I know about the opposite sides of a parallelogram? It's kind of a lot with consecutive angles on here, I'm noticing. Or maybe something like, let's see, which one's 18? Oh, that one's not bad. Number 18, you're given like this one. Whoops. You're given this and this. So like those are equal to each other. This one, though, number 17 is a little trickier. I'll help you with number 17. And then that, I think you should be able to do the rest. So number 17, you're given that UH is 19. And FH, the whole thing, is 5x minus 7. Does not look like a 7. There we go. Okay. So again, the diagonals in a parallelogram bisect each other. So that means they cut each other in half. So if HU is 19, is UF. So basically HF, the whole thing, would be 38. So that means you can just set 5x 7 to 3 and then solve. Okay, there's that one. I think the rest you should be able to do. At some point today, we can do a video chat of like me answering questions. What I can also do is maybe a little bit later, I'll post like the answers to this so you can check as you go. All right, let either me or Miss Robichaux know if you have any questions about this, and we'll try our best to get back to you as soon as we can. All right, thanks guys. See ya. Okay, or not.